Whining about demonetization? Launching streams or Patreon page to gain additional funds? Saying that one needs to have a rest from making videos? Get a real job, you lazy moron! When from time to time I'm browsing the videos of authors I like, I'm constantly run against such or similar comments. Initially, I was not intended to make such a video, but lately I realized that it is needed to be done, not even because it is offensively to read things about your favorite authors or your own project, but because the more you know, the easier for you is to have an objective view. So if you're ever interested what it's like to be a YouTuber in real facts, without exaggerations or understatements, here we go. Most of people are thinking that being a YouTuber is something like that. I don't know, maybe someone have that button after all. Well, PewDiePie definitely has it, otherwise how could he reach almost 60 million subscribers, huh? But the real thing is even he does not have it. Being a YouTuber, no doubts, gives a lot of advantages over regular jobs in office, factories and so on. You are your own boss. Nobody tells you what to do. Nobody can shout on you, fine you or fire you. If you don't like to get up early morning, you're free to get up as you like. In meaning of controlling your time as you want, that's great. And I personally feel myself 10 times more happy compared to the times I worked in office as web developer. Being a YouTuber is fun. It is a constant communication with people who like your work, and it is very inspiring. Being a YouTuber is definitely much more easy compared to works on factory in meaning of physical efforts needed. Couple of years ago, when I was still working in the office in my own head, I had exactly the same picture I showed just a bit earlier. I thought that gaming YouTubers are guys who almost don't spend time and just play the games, swearing in microphones and receiving money for that. I thought YouTube life is easy. A little lyrical digression. Yes, as we both know, there are a lot of authors who are making exactly such type of content only. That's true. But to be funny, it is also not easy as we may think. It is not easy at all actually. But today's video is mostly about authors who make some sort of informative content. When you're watching Brodu, MXR, Gophers, Gamer Poets and some other authors' videos, you see from short to medium-sized video, and while you're watching it, it looks like, okay, so this guy just recorded some in-game shots, added his voice, maybe inserted some funny jokes and bam! Ready! Everything you need to be Brodu or MXR. But have you ever tried to imagine how actually the creation process of this video looks like? Not all authors are making that, but for those who have beautiful modded setup, so video is not only interesting to listen to, but also visually pleasant. How do you think? How much time authors spend on creating such a big and stable mod setup? Have you ever thought why video is looking simple? Because it's well made, and all shots in the video are exactly on the places they should be, so voice action and video parts in most cases looks logically binded. That's why while you're watching the video almost or until the very end. But to create such a harmony, author sometimes is spending hours to think which shots exactly he need, to take them, then to delete them and take them again, to have a better angle, point of view and timing. And when it comes to making really informative video about a mod or a game, author must spend a lot of time studying it to really know what he's talking about. For example, just imagine how much hours were spent on Brodu reviews for Apocalypse or Ordinator, which have hundreds of spells and perks respectively. The voice acting. Google something like how to cheat in username game and open a random video with that childish voice is talking with how it is, that one, okay, the end, and by the way, I like Justin Bieber! We're never minding about the quality of such videos when we're googling solution for some problems, as we need the info and we watch this video once, and for very short time. We can handle that, yes? Now imagine such kind of voice acting, speaking in very bad microphone, will be present in all videos about your favorite type of content on YouTube. How is it, huh? Good voice acting can sometimes take even more time than preparing the videos itself, many hours, especially when you're trying to make an informative video. Everything you hear in all that nice tutorials and reviews is in 99% of cases written somewhere before, corrected and rewritten again. Just make a try to logically talk about something with only a strict sentences need to be said for an half of an hour without breaks. You will not make it. No, it is not an insult or something like that, it is just a fact. Speaking a lot without having a rest, speaking clearly and interesting is hard, and your voice is getting tired same as your muscles do. Additional scene is about authors who are not native English speakers, as for me for example. It is even harder for such an authors to prepare the voice acting as they may have mistakes in grammar and pronouns, so amount of attempts for having a successful voice acting is always bigger for them. Imagine how many, especially for something like roleplay, where you need to not only speak clear and loud, but put a lot of different emotions inside. Then comes the most magic part, that 100 shots and 20 audio files somehow should be turned into that short and informative video you will watch tomorrow. And here comes the montage. Here is how the typical project in video editing software is looking like. Each that little pink, blue and green scenes are separate video shot, picture or audio file. Everything needs to be placed in correct order with perfect timing, sometimes up to less than the seconds in time span. Sometimes, somewhere at the middle of process, author can realize that video is getting too long, for example, and remake most of the parts, recombining them, spending additional time. Merging and editing all the parts into video sometimes can take more time than preparing both video and audio files themselves. Just for example, that 15 minutes video about top 10 horror mods cost me like 19 hours to prepare it. And in the end, you need your software to render that. The thing about rendering is, if you want to work it at full speed, it will use almost 100% of your PC resources, so of course yes, you still will be able to browse internet, but it is absolutely not possible to play the game or run any other serious software without lags. So yes, actually while PC is rendering, author is very often unable to work at full power or just work at all. Rendering, especially if you are setting good quality, is very hardware demanding. For example, my GTX 980, it takes double the video time to render it in Full HD. So yes, 30 minutes of Siren Adventures, for example, besides everything to prepare before rendering, takes 1 hour. 4K video takes about 8 times more, so 1 hour of some Let's Play video in 4K takes up to 8 hours to render it. From everything said above, you should already see the last detail. Being a YouTuber is not a cheap thing. There are a lot of additional expenses. YouTuber, if he is aimed on making really qualitative and interesting content, needs not only a good gaming rig, but also different professional or semi-professional hardware like good microphone and external audio card, and software as Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop. Thinking good, YouTuber needs second rig just for rendering to be able to keep working at full speed if he or she is making videos often. Also, despite common opinion that YouTubers are robotized beings that are tied to their PCs and receive life energy from video games, they are not. They are same humans who need to buy food, pay rent and save some money for future upgrades and life needs. Oh, that should be the last scene. Well, the very last scene, that's about advantages I listed in the beginning. Nobody is telling you what to do and it's great. But it is also a drawback. When you're working on someone, even if you're in a bad mood, even if your boyfriend or girlfriend has broken relationships with you, you still can continue working and receive your salary while being in that bad mood. As a YouTuber, if you are in a bad mood or out of ideas or can't organize your time properly when nobody is watching on you, you can just say bye-bye to your career. That's why good condition of mind and creativity are something absolutely physical for bloggers. Before you will tell to some YouTuber or other author of non-material products to get a real job, make just a tiny pause and ask yourself, isn't his content is already a job for him that is worth the support? To run your own project, to not just keeping it good, but to expanding it, that can be done only when you are extremely motivated and inspired to create more, create new, and create better each month and day. And for that, my friends, by the way, I should thanks to you. You, the community, is the huge part of what is motivating me and other authors to become better. Stay awesome and help us stay awesome as well. Sinitar Gaming here, signing out.